Hi, so I'm Mairead Byrne, and I'm going to read a very short extract from The Wandering Rocks. And my edition is the first American edition that was published in 1934 by Random House. And at the front of this edition is included the actual judgment by Judge Woolsey on December 6, 1933, lifting the ban on Ulysses. And also included at the front of this edition is a letter from Joyce to Bennett Cerf, outlining the history of censorship of his work, starting with Dubliners, about which he says, no less than 22 publishers and printers read the manuscript of Dubliners, and when at last it was printed, some very kind person bought out the entire edition and had it burnt in Dublin, a new and private auto de fe. And then he credits the several publishers who were women who supported his work, beginning with Harriet Weaver, who published The Portrait of an Artist as a Young Man, and then Jane Heap and Margaret Anderson, editors of the Little Review, who published episode 11 of Ulysses. And then the Little Review, the copies were immediately confiscated. And as Joyce says, I believe the fingerprints of the two ladies were taken. Then he says, my friend, Mr. Ezra Pound, and good luck, brought me into contact with a very clever and energetic person, Miss Sylvia Beach, who had been running a small English bookshop and lending library in Paris, Shakespeare and Company, for a number of years. And Sylvia Beach, with the collaboration of printers in Dijon, published the first edition of Ulysses, and later published Poems Penny Each in 1927, and our examination round his factification for incamination of works in progress. Now, of work in progress. Now, I am from Dublin, I'm from Drumcondra, and not far from where I was brought up was one of the houses the Joyce family lived in Milburn Avenue. Now, probably in most neighbourhoods in Dublin, there is a house the Joyce family formerly lived in. This particular house in Milburn Avenue, I think, was demolished, and it has been replaced by, I just looked it up, the James Joyce Court Apartments. So I will just read this short extract, and I suppose I chose a short extract featuring some of Stephen's sisters, maybe honouring as well all the women who published Joyce's work for the first time. So it's very short. Katey and Boody Dedalus shoved in the door of the close steaming kitchen. Did you put in the books? Boody asked. Maggie at the range rammed down a greyish mass beneath bubbling suds twice with her pot stick and wiped her brow. They wouldn't give anything on them, she said. Father Conmee walked through Clongo's fields, his thin, soft ankles tickled by stubble. Where did you try? Boody asked. McGuinness's. Boody stamped her foot and threw her satchel on the table. Bad cess to her big face, she cried. Katey went to the range and peered with squinting eyes. What's in the pot? She asked. Shirts, Maggie said. Boody cried angrily. Crikey, is there nothing for us to eat? Katey, lifting the kettle lid in a pad of her stained skirt, asked, and what's in this? A heavy fume gushed in answer. Pea soup, Maggie said. Where did you get it? Katey asked. Sister Mary Patrick, Maggie said. The lackey rang his bell. Brang! Boody sat down at the table and said hungrily, Give us it here. Maggie poured yellow, thick soup from the kettle into a bowl. Katey, sitting opposite Boody, said quietly, as her fingertip lifted to her mouth random crumbs, Good job we have that much. Where's Dilly? Gone to meet father, Maggie said. Boody, breaking big chunks of bread into the yellow soup, added, Our Father, who art not in heaven. Maggie, pouring yellow soup into Katey's bowl, exclaimed, Boody, for shame! A skiff, a crumpled throwaway, Elijah's coming, rode lightly down the Liffey, under Loop Line Bridge, shooting the rapids where water chafed around the bridge piers, sailing eastward past hulls of anchor chains between the Custom House Old Dock and George's Quay.